Alright, it is time for a new limited time series. Let's see, this is number 4 in the current version. And as you can see, it's for Mercedes-AMG GT4. And this one is starting, let's see, on Thursday, the 18th of July, or if you're on the Western Hemisphere, the 17th, the Wednesday, which is kind of an unusual starting date for a limited time series. So the ending date is gonna be a week from today. So it's gonna be either 25th, the Thursday, if you're on the Eastern Hemisphere, or if you're on the Western Hemisphere, it'll be 24th Wednesday evening when this limited time series will expire. So check your time zone and plan accordingly, as always. And let's see. So once again, the cost of the car is 475 gold, just like all the other GT4 cars that we've run so far. The first 3 has been the same, and the gold reward is once again same, 75. So is this gonna have any different upgrade cost? I doubt it. My guess is this one's gonna cost exactly the same as the first 3. So that was a total cost of 286 gold. So let's see. Mercedes-AMG's challenger to the GT4 group is powered by the road car's 4.0 liter V8 engine and combines it with technologies from its GT3 counterpart. All right, that's a pretty detailed description, unlike your normal, usual marketing material, right? Anyway, here's the price, the reward breakdown in 25% increment, and that looks exactly like the other 3, right? So we'll use the gold to get it done right away and find out or confirm the PR requirement. This one has the lowest base PR and also the lowest PR requirement to complete the series to win the car. So we're starting lower and we'll end lower, but this car does have this is a speedster out of the group. It's got the highest top speed, and if I remember correctly, this might have this one does have the quickest acceleration as well. So, but it does kind of fall short in braking distance and in grip. So a little bit, I'm anticipating this one to be a little bit more slippery, even though, the base spec, the grip is 1.46 G, and that's not slippery really. So we'll see how it handles once we hit the road with this one. But let's confirm this final tier 15, the cup race, which is going to be a Suzuka Grand Prix 3-lapper. Let's find out. They said the PR requirement is going to be 63.4, and we're starting from the base PR up 48.3, which is the lowest out of the 5 GT4 cars. Let's see, and yes, we can confirm the requirement is 63.4 as we see it in the corner there. So now the upgrade time. It's the first round of racing dollar upgrades I'm as I said at the beginning of the video, I don't see why the upgrade cost is going to be any different from the rest. So let's just run through to confirm. So 12-hour racing dollar upgrade for first tier, I'm expecting probably 106,300 racing dollars. Yep. And then drivetrain, we got 98,900. So yeah, this is gonna be costing exactly the same amount. And PR boost that we're gonna get for the combination of these first tier 7 upgrades should be around 5. So we should be hitting somewhere around like 53.3, or depending on how they configure it, we're gonna need 5.1 PR boost at some point. So one of the tiers is gonna give us just a tiny bit more PR boost. So we'll see which one it's gonna be. For Camaro, it was the second tier. And let's see. For Porsche, it was the third tier that gave us that extra PR boost. And the Audi, actually, we got a little bit greater PR boost because that's what we needed. So that one had 2 tiers with 5.1 PR boost. So let's see, what's it gonna be? We're starting at 48.3. Are we gonna hit 53.3 or 53.4? Let's find out. And it's gonna be 53.3. So that's a 5 PR point boost. All right, so that's for the cost of 616,400 racing dollars. Now, moving on to the second tier. This is going to be all gold, of course, starting with a 50 gold for engine. It should be, and it is. And then next category, 46. So, yep, this is going to cost the same amount as the other 3 that we've done so far. And I'll just call it out now. The last Aston Martin is going to cost the same. I don't see why it wouldn't, or it would be any different. So 42 for suspension, and exhaust the same amount, 42, and the brakes, the 32 gold. And finally, tires and wheels, 38. So, yep. And we've got another 5 PR point boost here. So we started at 53.3. Now we're up to 58.3. So the final tier needs 5.1 point PR boost. So let's find out. This should be 24-hour upgrade, of course, for this third tier upgrades, and 239,100. So that cost is exactly same as what we've seen from the other cars as well. So 222,500 for the third tier drivetrain upgrade. And the body is going to be the same cost. Suspension 90, that was the first tier. 203,900. Yep. So yeah, the cost total for the third tier racing dollars is going to be 1,386,900. So combined, all three tiers, the upgrade cost for this car, including the racing dollars, should be 2,003,300 racing dollars plus 286 gold. So let's confirm the last one here. And yes, 63.4. So the third tier racing dollar upgrades does give us that extra boost at the end to meet the PR requirement. So there you have it. Now let's check out let's run through the series and see if we can anticipate possible trouble spot in this series. And at the beginning of the series, we're not going to see that. So we got Speed Snap at Nürburgring and Speed Record at Circuit of the Americas. And the Cup is going to be at Bugatti Circuit. 2 laps to start off. Alright, so this one's going to be starting off with a longer race from very beginning, get-go. Very interesting. Alright, and then we got Tier 2 Autocross at Silverstone Grand Prix head-to-head at the National Circuit of Red Bull Ring. And the Cup is going to be at the Catalunya National. 3 laps. So this one definitely starting out with a longer lap count. Alright, and the PR requirement for Tier 2 is 51.1. So you, as always, need at least a few of those racing dollar upgrades. Alright, Tier 3, we got Elimination at Nürburgring Sprint Circuit. Endurance at the Brickyard Road Course. And Cup is going to be at Mazda Raceway. 3 laps. So, yeah. I feel like with the last one, Camaro, we had almost entirety of all the Cup races that we've had were pretty short and quick. This one, we're gonna have a bit longer races, it looks like. Now, Tier 3 here, we got the PR requirement is gonna be 52.5. Alright, and then we got Tier 4. Hunter at Suzuka West drag race. It's gonna be a Dubai Grand Prix. Not that it really matters. And the Cup is gonna be a Mount Panorama. So let's see, how many laps? 2? Yeah, so these are gonna be lengthier races from early on out. Okay. So what's the PR requirement? Probably gonna be higher than 53.3, right? Like 53.7 maybe? Somewhere around there. 53.6. Alright, close enough. But the important thing is it's more than what you can do with the racing dollar upgrades. As always. Okay. So far, I don't see any event that might be any challenge. I mean, drag race can be if you're running unserviced, but so early on, Tier 4, you should be okay, I think. Alright, moving on. Tier 5, we got Autocross at Brands Hatch and Speed Record at Daytona Motorcycle. And the Cup is going to be at Spa. I'm anticipating 2 laps. I don't see why it would be any different. PR requirement now 54.6. Yeah, once again, simply because of the location of this Speed Record, as in it's early on in the series, Tier 5. So if you have all the upgrades necessary, I certainly hope by the time you are getting started on Tier 5, you have enough resources to be able to afford all the gold upgrades, the second tier upgrades, because you're gonna need at least some to get past tier 4, right? And then hopefully you have enough to at least get started on third tier upgrades. So which means that you should have fairly high PR to get through these middle section of the limited time series. So your PR should be higher than what's required. So by that, speed record, even at places like Daytona, should be doable without even needing to service the car. I'm hoping. All right, moving on. Tier 6, we got Endurance at Hockenheim Grand Prix, Hunter at the short road circuit of Leipzig, Porsche test track, and we got a Berlin circuit cup race, 3 laps, and PR requirement is 55.5. 555. All right. That should be fun. I like the Berlin circuit. And yeah, I didn't notice anything that might pose any trouble. Moving on to tier 7, Elimination at Melbourne. It's an elimination. Melbourne is rather narrow and curvy city circuit. So as long as you don't get stuck behind the congestion, even if the congestion that does happen around the first big left-hander, right? As long as you're not the last one, congestion might end up working in your favor to not get eliminated right away, which means you can usually catch up to the rest of the grid and win the race, right? All right, and then we got a head-to-head at Mount Panorama, single lap. All right, that's a long circuit, right? I mean, not like 24-hour circuit long, but aside from that, it's one of the longer circuits. So, and then the cup is gonna be at Monza road course, 2 laps. All right, and the PR requirement is 56.4. All right, so far all the races are, every tier so far is gonna be taking a little bit longer than, say, the last car that we had to run, Camaro, which I actually have yet to finish last, let's see, 5 tiers, I think. So that's still gonna be going on. But anyway, let's move on to tier 8. For 50% completion, you need 2 gold trophies on this tier. Speed Snap at Hong Kong, typically not terribly complicated. And Autocross at Nürburgring is an autocross, typically pretty easy. All right, and then Suzuka West is the venue for the cup race. It's gonna be 3 laps. That's a West circuit. Okay, so 3 laps there isn't terribly long. With a PR requirement of 57.2. All right. So we're so far still good with that second tier upgrades, the gold upgrades. So even if you have not gotten the third tier upgrades done yet, those are the 1-day upgrade time, right? So we're still good. We should be able to get past tier 9, and tier 10 is where we're gonna get stuck, of course, if the past is any indicator of that. So let's see. Yeah, tier 8, I don't see any issues there. And tier 9, we got Hunter at Silverstone National. We got a speed record at the long road circuit of Leipzig circuit, Porsche test track. Even though it is a speed event, I think that should be doable, even without serviced car or unserviced car. And then the Cup, we've got Daytona Road Course. So that's going to be a rolling start. Are we going to get 3 laps here? No, 2. All right. And the PR requirement is 58.1. All right, so let's move on to Tier 10. We got Elimination at Dubai National. So, yeah, we're now getting into the later part of the limited time series, Tier 10. That elimination at Dubai might require us to, it might force us to service the car just simply because we may not reach the first bend before the timer runs out, which means the bots, even when you have them trained well, are gonna be pretty fast in straights. So of course Dubai starts out with that long straight. So yeah, tier 10 might require us to service the car, but not for endurance or the cup. Those should be doable. Endurance at Monza road course. I mean, it's an endurance, so as long as it's not some super long, like 20 plus kilometers to cover, it should be fine, even unserviced. And the cup at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix. Now that's going to be a 3-lap cup race at Grand Prix circuit. And the PR requirement 58.9. So let's see, Red Bull Ring is not for a Grand Prix circuit. It's not one of the longer ones. So 3 laps, okay, that's fine. It's fair. Tier 11, we got head-to-head at Catalunya Club, so that's gonna be very quick, just a single lap. And then we got a drag race. As I said, so drag race can be a challenge for obvious reason when you're running unserviced this later on in the series. So yeah, tier 10, tier 11 might be where you need to service the car at least once so far. Anyway, and then the cup is going to be at Hockenheim National. So it's going to be a night race. So look at that. That's a change. And 3 laps, national circuit's not too bad. PR requirement 59.8. And of course, that is gonna get us what, 73% complete, right? So we need tier 12, we need 1 gold trophy to claim that 75% completion reward, as always. And we got autocross at Mount Panorama, Hunter at Grand Prix circuit, Circuit of the Americas, and we do have a 24-hour circuit cup, and this time it's going to be a single lap. So, and the PR requirement is 60.6. all right, so let's move on. Tier 13, we got a speed snap at New York, speed record at Berlin, and cup is going to be at Brands Hatch. This is going to be a higher lap count, like what, 6 laps maybe? Yep. We've seen that before, haven't we? Alright, so PR requirement is 61.5. Yeah, these, I know they're speed events, but at Formula E circuits, they should be doable, even unserviced. Or, yeah, there's, I guess, a cup race in tier 12 at 24-hour circuit, so your car will be in red by this point again, even if you service it in tier 10 or 11. So I don't think you need to service the car again here. If you're unable to get past speed snap or speed record at these Formula E circuits, maybe a couple of tries might help, just training bots down a little bit, right? Anyway, tier 14, we got head-to-head at Spa, so that's a full lap, so good size track. Elimination at Nürburgring Grand Prix. Once again, elimination track doesn't really matter, I don't think. Now, Nürburgring, because that first corner is pretty hard, I think a lot of the opponents slow down fairly early on, so even though the first straight is pretty good length, but I don't think we would be eliminated right away. I think we can reach get out of the last place, even with the car unserviced this late in the series. Alright, anyway, we got the Cup at Melbourne for tier 14, 5 laps. Alright, and PR requirement is 62.4. Okay, and finally, the last tier, tier 15, we got Hunter at the Dynamic Circuit, a Porsche test track, and Autocross at Mazda Raceway. And as we checked in earlier, the final Cup is going to be at Suzuka Grand Prix. 3 laps with the PR requirement of 63.4, which, as you can see, get there by getting 3 upgrades across the board for the cost of 286 gold, 75 of which you will get it back. So that is the net cost of 211, right? And whatever racing dollars you end up spending. So there you have it. Possibly maybe 1 servicing around tier 10 or tier 11. That's the only time I foresee here that you might need to service the car. So it should be a I was gonna say a quick event, but this one I feel like they have made it longer by putting higher lap count from the very beginning. So yeah, so that does it for this video of the kind of a series overview with the upgrade strategy and whatnot. So we'll see you in I got a couple of more days left here to complete my Camaro Championship. So stay tuned for the conclusion of that series and also the this Mercedes limited time series run through. So take care, good luck, and have fun, and we'll see you on the track. Bye.